So with this new addition to the layout, I really wanted to add a slot car track. I've been eyeballing those Carrera Go slot cars. They're 1/43rd scale, which is close to what my scale is. I do everything about 1/48. So I thought that was close enough. Now this section out here just had a loop of track and some extra buildings. And I mentioned in the other video this was temporary. And I think I commented I wanted to add a track to it. So this is what I got on Amazon. It was 110 bucks. So I had to figure out how I was going to put it on the layout. And this is the setup I came up with. Now I left the loops out. I just didn't think they would look cool on the layout because I wanted it to still look realistic, you know. So anyways, I have the bank turn and then the one that goes up on the side, kind of like up a wall. My plan is to put a mountain behind that so that looks like it's going up the side of a hill. And then there's going to be a tunnel under this side. And I'll do scenery around that trestle bridge later. So this is how I got it for the layout. Next thing to do is make some mountains. I'm doing paper mache for the mountains. This technique I used, I did this on a HO layout a long time ago. But using poster paper, I cut into strips, not like measured, but about 1 inch wide. And then you make a structure for where you want your mountain to be, making like a net with that paper, so you can see how it is. You can weave that so that it's more sturdy, and it makes it look natural, and you don't have to do a lot of imagination. Just kind of put that stuff together. And I use a stapler also, which makes it go really fast. So this didn't take long to get this part. And I did a little bit of the paper mache on this side here. On the left side there, that's all paper mache using flour and water. 1 cup of flour to 1 cup of water. And then on this near side is Plaster of Paris done like paper mache. And on the top, you can see the Plaster of Paris comes out more white than the paper mache does. But I still use newspaper on it. The Plaster of Paris sets really fast. I only did about 1/2 cup with 1/2 cup of water for the Plaster of Paris, and it sets real fast. So you only have about 15 minutes to be done, and it starts getting thick while you're putting it on. Paper mache is really similar. It don't thicken up quite as fast, and paper mache takes a lot longer to dry. You have to make sure that you get it really dry, but it came out good. So now I got the basic landform for this tunnel and mountain, and started on the other tunnel and mountain. Now that I used foam board to frame the outside of it, and then you can see how I did the same kind of technique for that mountain. And it's done very quickly. I mean, it doesn't take long to do that part. You can see how I intended for it to be kind of uneven at the top, but the foam board is straight across at the top. I was hoping that the mesh there would hold up the mountain and give us some natural unevenness, but it came out good. So, and it's all strong enough too. Time to put the paper mache and plaster on that back mountain. So now I got all the paper mache done on both mountains. Really, the paper mache goes really fast. When you get started, you only have about 20 minutes to do as much as you can. And on the back mountain, the part of it I used the Plaster of Paris. You can see on the right side, see how it's whiter. On the left side, you can see through to the newspaper. Both of them are strong. The paper mache with flour and water takes a lot longer to dry. Also, you add a little salt to it to make sure it doesn't mold, and you don't have to worry about that with the Plaster of Paris. So that's why I like using the Plaster of Paris, but flour and water is cheap and easy. So I was planning on doing an update at this point and showing you guys what I had done. But the wife was at the Home Depot and she picked up 2 cans of sample interior paint that were earth tones, and I went ahead and slapped it on there. It took me 2 hours. So there was a light green and a tan, and I kind of used them back and forth to cover all the area, and 16 ounces of paint covered all of it exactly. I had absolutely no paint left. All those trees and buildings I already had, so they're just sitting there. So my future plan, my imagination sees that this is going to be one of them road rally kind of races. It's going to have dirt road and pavement, and I'm thinking that interior part's going to be like a pit road with some garage areas, and then have some fans sitting around watching the races, doing some little concession stands and stuff, and people standing in line. Also, clevermodels.net has their tunnel portals. That's the freebie right now. So I already downloaded some tunnel portals, and I still got to put those together. So got lots of scenery to do. That trestle bridge, that's going to be redone. I'm going to do hills for that with that same kind of mesh like I did for these mountains. And probably going to change some of the buildings out. Do some garages that look more like a pit road. Actually, this part of the layout now reminds me of property a little bit. It's going to be some dirt trails, and that's going to be a dirt track. Well, pavement and dirt. So it's going to be fun. I didn't see very many Lionel train layouts with slot cars on them like this. So let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting to have a slot car track on the layout for a long time. I'm going to have to figure out how to do some hill climbs on this. Check out the dudes on the 4-wheelers. One dude's climbing the hill and the other dude's sitting there watching. So now none of the scenery is done yet. This is all going to have ground cover on it and stuff. And just letting you guys check it out. So leave a comment. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow for more of these updates, because you don't see stuff like this every day. Let's take a quick look around the layout, and then I'll let you see some cars racing while some trains are running.